research work with the other research community. So today we will talk about the productions of the therapeutics for the treatment of the staphylococcal infections. For the treatment of staphylococcus infection, that is a very common infection among the dairy animals and the human beings as well. So the production of the recombinant therapeutics mastitis in the dairy beef animals. First of all, the dairy industry, the overview about mastitis in animals and dairy status of the dairy industry in Pakistan. The dairy industry is one of the first growing industries in the Pakistan, and the contribution of the livestock is 1.5% in the value added GDP of the agriculture and has remarkable potential to expand. There are many economically important livestock diseases in Pakistan. Then the mastitis is one of the shocking maladies of our dairy animals, causing the production losses to our livestock sector. According to the field survey, we can judge the significance of the disease with this the fact that according to the field survey of the mastitis is ranked as the number one disease of our dairy animals. It negatively affects the production, the quality of the milk, and the quality. Increasing the disease resistance among the dairy animals is desirable to be known so that we can control this disease, and then our dairy animals can produce the milk which actually conforms the standards of the WTO. Mastitis is inflammations of the mammary gland. It is characterized by the swelling of the udder tissue and mild fever and the redness as well. There are actually two types of the mastitis: clinical, when the signs symptoms are visible, and the subclinical, when the signs symptoms are not visible. And in case of the clinical, first of all, there is the onset of the clinical mastitis followed by clinical picture of the disease. And one of the, there is a lot, this is multifactorial disease etiological wise, and one Staphylococcus aureus is most prevailing microorganism. This bacterium is closely associated with the bovine mastitis. And in the routine, how actually veterinary officers and the veterinary physicians, they treat this disease. They actually treat the disease with the combination of the antibiotics such as the tetracyclines and the beta-lactams. But nowadays, the bacteria had developed the resistance to the antibiotics. This is actually the alarming situations to our dairy industry. Another emerging issue related to the use of antibiotics is actually the antibiotic-based milk rejections. When a person is going to use the antibiotics for this disease, so ultimately the residues of that antibiotics shed into the milk, and that milk becomes antibiotics positive, and ultimately we have to discard and reject that antibiotic residues having milk. So there is this is actually the economic perspective of this disease. In this regard, our study, this current study actually focused for the productions of the bacteriocins, that is actually the protein that can be used to treat this disease. Specifically, it has its effect on the Staphylococcus aureus. And what actually the lysostaphyl is a zinc-containing monomeric peptide, which comprises of 246 amino acids, and the protein is the size of the protein is 27 kilodaltons. It is naturally produced in the extracellular culture of the staph similans. Similar staph similans is actually the neighbor organisms of the Staphylococcus aureus, and this lysostaphyl shows, a previous study shows that it has the endopeptidase activity against the Staphylococcus aureus by cleaving glycine bond in the peptidoglycan cell wall of the bacteria. This is a picture of the structure of the lysostaphyl, and they are going to actually they are going to break the bridge between the glassine in the cell wall of the bacterium. The main objective of the current study is to isolate and characterize the LF gene from the Streptococcus familians and to produce the recombinant lysostefan to evaluate the in vitro bioactivity against the Staphylococcus aureus. For this study, our research group also won the research grant from the funding organizations. And as far as the whole methodology is concerned, we will divide it into the two phases. In the phase 1, there will be the cloning expression of the LSTs, and in the phase 2, there will be the in vitro analysis of the antimicrobial activity of the lysostefan. First of all, the bacterial stain and the vectors will be structured. DNA extraction and the quantification will be done by using the nanodot spectrophotometers. Specific primers will be designed against for the amplification of the LSS genes, and then these primers will be employed for the amplifications. And then this gene will be ligated in the cloning factors. We will also isolate the plasmids and the ligation of the LS gene into expression vectors. And ultimately, after the expression study, will purify the mature lysostefans, and then there will be several. Then we will go to several bioactivity and biostability analysis of the purified lysostefans. This is the construct that how we will proceed. And in vitro, for the sake of the in vitro analysis, that's the most important one before going to the field trials. That the isolation of the microorganism will be done, susceptibility test and thermogenicity will also be done. The outcomes of the study, the current work will represent a way to produce recombinant lysostefan in the non-pathogenic bacterial host from the salmonins. It can be used as an alternative to the conventional antibiotics, so the problem of the antibiotic resistance and the antibiotic rejections can be addressed on a laboratory scale with the potentials to industrial scale in order to combat prevalence of Staph aureus mastitis in the herd. These are the references. Thank you very much for your attention.